Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be doing some cute little fox nails with some little mushrooms on them. I was thinking about doing a Halloween set, but then I was like, you know what, probably a bit too late. I done some earlier but I didn't record them. So yeah, we're just going to do some nice autumn nails for, I don't know if you live in England or if you're from elsewhere, but in England our nice autumn weather has currently just been buckets and buckets of rain really. But anyway, we're just gonna prime it with, I think I showed you the primer, the Glitterbels primer, just what I had, to be honest. After that we're going to just put down our base as well, which is this really lovely sort of olivey green colour from JN Nails. Yeah, it was really nice, really like it. There's also a later on we use like a yellow as well from them, which is just very, very pretty. So this is going to be the ring finger. You can't see that, but I've just shown you. But anyway, this is the ring finger. This is going to be our little fox. You'll probably notice as I go through this, I chop and change brushes quite a lot on this one, just because, well, I don't really know. I didn't really like the brush that I was using. It wasn't quite giving me the coverage I wanted. So yeah. We're doing the little ears now. Very cute, very annoying to do, I found. I thought, you can probably see my nails at the moment, so I normally do quite complicated things, and this for me really is quite simple. I've spent so long on these ears. I think it's because the simpler it is, the easier it is to see all of like your little mistakes and whatnot. So yeah, spent a while on these ears. So I'm just going back in and tidying it up a little bit. Cured it for 60 seconds, and now we're just doing the second layer. If you guys want to have a go at this design, it's very, very easy. You can see what I did. It was essentially a semicircle on the bottom of the nail, 2 triangles on top. With how long I spent on it, you might have thought that it was, I don't know, a whole bloody person on there. But anyway, we're doing the second layer now. And I'm using a little detail brush just to make sure I get all my edges really nice, really. Probably could have used a different brush to make this go a bit quicker, but here we are. It's like when you look back at all your work and you're looking at it and you're like, I feel like I've made this way more difficult than it ever needed to be. But I'm also, as I'm doing this, I'm pulling it all towards the bottom to try and help it level out a bit as well, because also using a very little brush. So yeah, just be aware of that. Make sure you haven't got any streaks and it got right around the edges. And yeah, pretty much with the base of it is done. Now we're going in with, it wasn't quite a white, I mixed like a light yellow and a white together. Oh, it might have been a light pink actually. But either way, sort of like this off-white colour, just so it's not quite so harsh against the orange in the background, because you know when you see a fox it isn't pure white, is it? But anyway, we're kind of doing like a V shape and then filling in the bottom half down from that. In a minute you'll see that I actually take it up a bit higher because I wasn't quite happy with where it was sat to begin with. For this I'm just using a dotting tool because I finally realised that using the fine liner was taking way too long, and so I changed to a dotting tool, which is just a lot easier. It's a really good way to fill in detailed little gaps like this because you get a nice good coverage on it, and it doesn't tend to be as streaky. The only thing I would say is you need to watch out for air bubbles when you use these. That's like an easy, so if you see one, just go over it again and it will disappear. So we just cured that, and we're now going to go in and do like the little details on the ears and like the little like fur details as well on the top of the head, like above where we put that white V. Apologies if you can't see this very well. I kept on, oh, I've done dropped it. I kept on having to kind of try and lean in without like going into the camera to do it because it was like such a small area. So apologies if you can't see quite as well as you could on the other little bits. Now we're going to add in the little nose, and all you want to do is literally right in the centre of those, where those two sort of white bits meet, put a little triangle for the nose. And then for the eyes, it was basically you just kind of do two little upside down triangles, but like with a bit of a curve to them so they're not so harsh. And you'll also see later I left the nose like that originally, and then I went back and I changed it to give it like a little bit at the bottom. I don't know how to describe it. You'll see in a minute. I kind of messed around with it and figured out what I liked and all that. Yes, this bit. So I done it quite big to begin with, and then I didn't like it. I went back and I changed it, and I didn't quite like it again, so I changed it. A bit later on I was putting on all of the little mushrooms, and I changed that about 10 times as well. How I'm cleaning it up is I literally just got a piece of kitchen roll, soaked it in some isopropyl alcohol, and then just used that to clear it up. And this tiny little cuticle pusher, I used like the pointy end of it to just give that a little bit more of a better edge on his mouth. She, I don't know, Foxy. And I also just went back in, I put a little bit more of that sort of lighter colour to just sort of help shape that eye a little bit more because I wasn't quite happy with it. I mean, honestly, I was just being a bit picky at this point, but yeah. And now I believe we're about to start just giving the background another coat of green, just to clear up any little bits from the fox that might have got on it, because we're not going to give this one an outline. We're just going to leave it as is. And again, I'm just going to use the dotting tool to kind of go around the edge of the fox, and then I just used a brush from the bottle to do like the top half and just smooth it all out and that. Also, I don't think I mentioned this earlier, but the nail tips I'm using are just, well, it says a small almond. In my opinion, I think this is more of a medium length almond. I can't remember where I got them from. I think these ones were just from Amazon, to be honest. All of my full cover tips are just kind of from all over, because I went through a phase where I was trying those different ones, trying to figure out which ones I liked. Here we're just using the Beetles foundation gel, like a base gel, just over the top to help smooth everything out and give it a little bit of a sticky layer before we put the mushrooms on, because we're going to be using some stickers for the mushrooms, because I found these really cute ones the other day, so I brought them, and yeah, that's what we're going to be using today for it. Right, I will pre-warn you for this bit. This takes me a very long time. It won't for you guys, because I've cut out bits and I've sped it up and all the rest of it, but these mushrooms, I think, probably took me longer than the fox put on there. They were, you can see I was using those like black little grabbers, and I changed to the silver one because the black ones broke, and I was trying to get them to lay flat, and it was a nightmare. Was it worth it? I'm gonna say yes, because I think they're very cute, but they were the bane of my existence for about 40 minutes, and you'll see in a minute when I do the thumbnail we use these stickers again, and well, let's just say that took me quite a bit longer. Just going to now top coat them in there. I think I just top coated these ones because I'd already put a base down, just to seal those mushrooms in and keep everything nice and safe and protected. Again, it's just the Beetles one. Honestly, I'm going to get a new one soon, I just haven't yet. And now we're moving on to the thumbnail, the joyful thumbnail, which took me way longer than it should have. It's literally just that same green as a base coat, and then we just put the mushrooms over the top. But putting the mushrooms over the top was even harder than putting the mushrooms on the fox, because not only did it take me about 20 minutes to decide where I wanted the mushrooms, it then took me about another 30 minutes to put the mushrooms on there. So yeah, you get to watch me struggle for a bit. Don't worry, I did cut most of it out. But yeah, just so you guys know, it isn't as easy as I'm making it look. Here we are, I've finally done it. I'm now putting a base coat on, just making sure all the mushrooms are pressed down properly. And I do that big mushroom at the bottom. I give it a little bit of a haircut where it comes off the nail before I top coat it as well. Yeah, that's probably the easiest part of this whole ordeal. I think I'm gonna have to need a bit of a break before I try and use these mushrooms again. Or maybe any stickers for a couple of weeks, because yeah, I'm pretty sure I dreamt about these mushrooms, so that was fun. Right, here we are on one of the last 3 nails. So the last 3 nails are all going to be pretty much the same, a little bit different, but mostly the same. So I only recorded one of them because, yeah, well, it's the same process for all of them. And we're using this very, very pretty yellow that I was talking about earlier. It's a very, almost like soft yellow. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how I'm going to describe it. So again, it's by JN Nails. I really like them. I mean, you can just see how well that just evens itself out. It's just such a pretty colour. Then we give it 2 coats. I don't show you both of them, but we do give it 2 coats and just cure in between for 60 seconds. And then we're going back in with the same orange that we used for the main face of the fox. And we're going to do a little French tip on this one. You'll see on this I also am a bit of a perfectionist and take about 10 million years to do a basic French tip. Yeah, and then I just cleaned it up with the cuticle afterwards around where it isn't quite smooth along that French tip line. So in a minute we cure this layer, and then I do give it a second coat, and then after that we use this really beautiful sort of orange iridescent colour. But I did go through about 5 other colours before settling on that orange iridescent one you'll see in a second. It took me ages to decide what I wanted to go on top, because as you've probably discovered by now, I'm a bit indecisive. Just want to say, if you've made it this far through the video, thank you. Don't know if you realise, this is the first video I've uploaded. Hopefully the first of many, as long as people don't absolutely hate it. Here we are, here's that nice orange. It's yeah, I got it in, so it's from Beetles, and I got it in a little mystery box that they done. It's it's like a little mystery box, and yeah, it's so pretty. And you can see here I did start to try and put it on properly, and then I got bored, just wagged over the whole thing and cleared it up afterwards. So yeah, that's impatience for you. So now I'm going to get that same green that we used earlier, and I'm just going to add 2 little leaves in the little left hand corner. So how I done this set with the other ones, you'll see it in a minute, but because 2 of these nails were next to each other, I kind of done one on the top left corner, then one on the top right corner on the other side, and then for the pinky I've done them just from the top down. I think with these leaves I don't give them a second coat because I kind of liked how it being a little opaque, well, less opaque shall I say, in some areas looked. And here's the whole finished set. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thank you very, very much for watching it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you next time.